very hard to understand American society without understanding its religious culture and without understanding its political culture.
The Danforth Center is an incredible place. We have an accumulation of faculty in different disciplines and with different approaches that I think is both quite unique and also so intuitive to anyone who has spent time in many disciplines studying issues of religion and politics.
The center really encourages the idea of interdisciplinary research and community and intellectualism generally to explore an issue and to question that issue from multiple different perspectives.
This is one of the only centers I know of that does take this full-bodied approach that has people who do ethnography and study contemporary religious communities, variety of subjects and topics, but all with the same common mission.
What's always been great to me has been this mission of talking across ideological lines, religiously and politically, and being able to do that in an educational environment that's incredibly rich here at WashU.
To have this space for students and broader members of the community to engage in these conversations, to be exposed to different speakers that we bring onto campus, I think is really relevant for just becoming a more informed citizen at any stage, not just as students, but as members of the community.
This campus is an intellectual community, and we are part of a voice in this community which says what we do in investigating religion and politics as a humanistic discipline, reading texts, thinking of ideas, asking big questions, without immediately jumping to the political payoff answer, but being patient about that, being historical, that is how we can contribute to what goes on in this campus community, which is so alive and energized by politics these days.
We are all very dedicated not only to our scholarship, which we certainly are, but also really to those relationships that we develop with students and the educational mission that's really core to what we do.
I also think at the center they learn to think historically. We have a lot of classes that help them think about these issues in a much broader perspective.
The ability to contextualize and understand that my viewpoint is not the only one, and understand that there are others and learn about them without getting hurt or frustrated because people won't believe what I want. That's not the goal of academics. The goal is to have your viewpoint and be able to back it up and be able to understand other people's and have a conversation with them.
They're engaging these issues on the contemporary scene, really complex, highly contested issues, and they have to develop civil ways of engaging one another and discussing those things. So I think that's quite valuable, and that's a skill that they can take with them into other classes, but also into the wider world as citizens.
I love my classes in the Danforth Center because I feel like they're the classes where we have the most real discussions. There's just this respect for one another, respect for differences, and a trust that everybody is coming from the right intentions.
I think that that sort of culture stems from the expertise of the faculty and their connection to the material.
One of the major benefits of the center is being able to bring our conversations that we have here to the public and being able to invite them into conversations.
We've gotten a lot of voices in the mix, not necessarily to change anyone's mind or convert anyone from one view to another, but to enable greater understanding of different points of view.
You really see students looking to become more informed citizens and looking to the center to be at our public events. I think in some ways it helps bridge that gap that they'll have to overcome upon graduation in terms of how a lot of these topics play out in public conversations. It gives them a sense of how people are responding to these same topics who are outside of academia.
I frequently talk to students who are asking themselves the question, not just, what can I do to make the most difference, but also what are the many different ways that I could try to be a citizen. I feel very grateful that I am in the fortunate position to be the person they talk to about those questions.
When I look to the future of the center, thinking about new things, new types of events, new emphases, new initiatives, and we are so fortunate to really do so many things, big things that we want to do, and that's incredibly exciting.